YouTube, what's going on? Before we start this tutorial, I want to give a special shout out to Benny Style Barbershop, where I recorded this tutorial. He has 3 locations in the Loganville, Georgia area. It's a super professional place with some talented, passionate barbers. I actually put on my Instagram that I was looking for a spot to record a tutorial, and they reached out because they follow your boy, so they're obviously looking for education and stuff. So if you're not following me and one of these days I'm in your city and you would like me to be in your shop and record some tutorials there and chop it up with you guys, definitely shoot me a follow on Instagram. With that being said, guys, I appreciate you guys as always. Let's get started with this tutorial. What's going on, man? Thank you for coming through. Appreciate it. We're at Benny Styles in Loganville. So, bro, what are you getting done today?
I don't know really.
You don't know?
No, I don't know.
Is this how you normally style your hair, kind of forward like that?
Comb it to the side. To right.
You comb it to the side typically. And then what do you usually typically do on the sides?
I usually do it low.
Low,
taper.
like a taper,
yeah.
Or a fade?
Low taper.
Low taper.
But,
okay, so you usually do a low taper.
Yeah.
And then okay, I think what I would recommend is let's tighten it up in the sides here, just because I feel like your head it kind of rounds out a little bit. See how it kind of like sticks out a little bit here? If we can tighten that up, we can give the illusion that it's more squared. And then yeah, we'll cut the top, make it a comb over. All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, and then what about the beard? What do you do with the beard?
Just line it up.
Just clean it up.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to take anything down?
No, I'm good.
You want to shout out your Instagram?
It's Jason.the Barber.
Jason dot is duh with DA or THE?
THE.
THE the Barber. Dope, man. Thank you, bro, for
Yeah.
stopping by. What's going on, my Tomb 45 barbers? How you guys doing, man? We got another tutorial for you guys. This one's gonna be a comb over. I actually like the texture of his hair, how we started. I almost just wanted to do a crop on him, but I never really like to do anything that's super different from what a client is used to, because it can be too much of a drastic change. And especially if it's the first time I cut their hair, unless they're asking me for that exact look, I'm really not going to do that. I'm going to do subtle little changes as we go. I will, plant seeds. I will share ideas. I do want to coach them, but I'm not just going to make an executive decision right away and make that much of a drastic change. So anyways, we're going with shear work all the way through at the parietal ridge, keeping everything nice and squared, right? We're looking at his cowlick area, making sure we're not going to cut it too short, and then he can't control his hair back there. Super important. I hope you guys, especially you guys who are kind of new to the channel, who've been watching. I mean, we've been posting almost daily content. I took a couple days, the New Year's off, but oh guys, look here. So we're swapping over to block graduation because this is going to be disconnected here. So anyways, I took a few days off, a couple days off, 2 days off to be exact, but we back onto the grind, man. Almost daily content. And so if you have been watching, I hope you guys are really starting to pay attention to shape, to hair growth pattern, and making sure that you're not a crown killer. All right, so we've gone through all the way around the parietal ridge. We're gonna go ahead and start to cut a little bit of length here at the top. Going little by little, section by section. When you take your time and you do things right, you create what's called efficiencies. Just because you're moving fast doesn't always mean that you're actually working more efficiently, right? I'm taking clean sections and working my way through to get a nice even cut. And I think that right away, when customers kind of sit in my chair, man, like, I don't know what it is, but I understand that the culture, especially here in the States, guys, a lot of times barbers, they don't really put in a lot of effort into their shear work. And so when customers sit in my chair, especially new customers, and they see me taking my time and being clean, they notice a difference. All right, so we've worked all the way around the top of the head. we are now going to start clearing bulk here on the sides with my number 4. And right after the number 4, we'll follow up with a number 3. Just to get it a little bit lower here on the sides, because I do want to get it tight on the sides to create more of a squared shape, since his head is kind of rounded and protrudes on the sides. But I do want to still keep it dark so that that low taper will pop. This side of his head, the temple area, man, it gave me so much trouble because it grows a different pattern, and there's lighter and darker areas. Around the hairline, you'll notice right away that it's lighter around his hairline, above the C cup, right on the side of his forehead. But you can also see in the temple area, there's a lot of like holes, like light areas. So I really struggled on this side, I'm not gonna lie, but we're gonna try to finesse it and give it the illusion that it's as even as I can possibly make it. If any barber, I don't care if it's your favorite barber on Instagram, if they try to act like it doesn't matter what the hair growth patterns are, it doesn't matter, you know, density, people's head shapes, that they can attack everything and do a perfect job on everyone, they're lying. And I want to make sure that's clear with you guys, especially my newer barbers. Like, there's gonna be some clients, man, that just, you're not going to be able to give them the blurriest taper you envisioned, you know what I'm saying? And all you can do is take your time and do the best you can and learn your client. And the more you cut them, you know, keep giving that same effort, and you'll continue to improve your client's haircut, and they're always going to feel like they're getting the best possible haircut that they can receive. All right, so I accidentally didn't record when I did the blade open here, but we did the blade open, we balded it out, and now we're using the half guard, and now we're using the 1.5 guard. Sorry, I went on a rant and I kind of skipped some stuff, but hopefully you guys are following along with the color guide there on the bottom left corner. All right, right beneath the 1.5 guard, we're using the 1 open, and now it's closed. You can see the taper really coming together. So remember, we're using number 3 on the sides. So to finish off this taper, we're gonna finish it off with the number 2 open and then the number 2 closed. Now let's put the line on there. Now let's really put our art into a frame. You can see I'm kind of just etching away, taking my time to get a really nice fluid line there. Gradually rounded, not a boomerang, but gradually rounded. And I really like, you know, the bulk around the crown area. The shape came out nice. I feel like the shear work to the sides, you can already see that it's laying really nicely. So we're gonna go ahead and start blending in the beard while we're here. And I was here at Benny Style Barbershop. The guys invited me over here, and one of the things I'm doing here is I was enhancing it and finishing it up, because there were some guys that were kind of watching and learning, so I just wanted to show them almost a finished result. So now we're going and starting in the back, and we balded it out and did the shaver. And while I'm here, I just figured I'll do the same thing on the taper, and then we ran it back to the neck taper. So now we're using the blade open, and we're going to start to take out that bottom line. We're going close, and we're opening gradually as we go up. All right, next step is a number 1 guard open, number 1 guard close right underneath that, and then the half guard will bring it all together. It looked a little dark still to me, so I just followed up real quick while I was here, took off the half guard and just used the blade open because it was still looking a little dark. I wanted to kind of spread that blend out just a tad bit. All right, next guard is the number 2 open and then number 2 closed. All right, next step, the 1.5 guard, and then we'll close it up if needed, and followed up with that 1 guard open. So you saw like an extra hand come in because, you know, I was kind of chopping it up with Benny. He's the owner of the shop. And he was just talking about how he loves to keep the sides dark like that because when you put that line on it, as you can see, it looks sharp. And that's one of the benefits of keeping the taper a little bit lower. I'm loving the angle of this cut. I'm loving, you know, the shape around the parietal ridge, how it's flowing into the lower sides, into that number 3 on the sides, and then the way that gradient is popping with the neck taper and the side taper there. I feel like this angle right here really shows the beauty of that haircut, man. And then look at the shape around the crown. It's a squared masculine shape. I hope you guys are starting to notice this, and I'm the type of person, man, like when I'm at Walmart or I'm at the mall or something, I'm peeping that stuff, man. I'm paying attention to all of that. Hopefully you guys, these tutorials have been helping you almost look at haircuts different. Even if you're not a barber, if you're just somebody that's looking for your next haircut, when you get a haircut now, you can really, you know, pay attention to that and see, is your barber paying attention to shape and gradients, or are they just caring about gradients, about the fade and the lineup, and like half-assing the shear work and the shape, right? You let me know in the comments how you feel your barber is doing. If you're not a barber, how do you feel your barber is doing? Are they paying attention to the shape and the shear work, or are they just paying attention to the gradients, which is like the fade and the lineup? And you want them to do both now. So this is the side, guys, that was tough. You can see I'm going through the same process, through the same steps, but you can see like there's definitely density issues on this side. And at first I thought it was, maybe I should have washed his hair or something. But then when you look at his hairline, it's like that as well. It's very uneven, the density. There's like holes and stuff in there. So I'm just doing my best to try to make this look, you know, as proper as possible. And so after I lined it up, I go in and I'm just detailing it. And you'll see me detail the entire cut. See, we did that right side, now we're doing the back. Just using the half guard to really just try to get it to the next level. Now we're doing the left taper. Okay, we'll finish enhancing the haircut. We're trying to get it to the next level, man. And watch how I do this beard. Very subtle. You almost can't see that colors going on the beard, but watch when I line it up with the razor. Look at this side. Very subtle. It's not dark at all. You could barely tell that I sprayed color on there, but watch when I line it up with the razor. A little goes a long way. You guys see that? When we put the razor on there, man, it really made that thing crispy, man. And then look at this side of the beard. Guys, that color really brought it together, man. Alright, so I'm just gonna soften up and refine them. These are blending shears. These aren't thinning shears. Blending shears have more teeth, and what they tend to do is not create lines, hence blending. And just to soften up around the parietal ridge area, now we're gonna add some product in here. And that's the cut, guys. So actually it's not the cut. I saw a little bit of a dark area there, and again, I'm OCD with it. I came in with that number 2 to try to make it look better, man. Just to try to make it look better. So this is the before. Alright, bro, so the cut is finished. How you like the cut?
It's good.
Like it?
Yeah.
We brought him back to life, man. You guys let me know. If you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe. We're doing almost daily content. If you like the cut, let me know. Smash the like button. And guys, can we get to 2,000 likes? The last video we got to 1,500 in like the first 10 hours. Can we beat that? Let's get to 2,000 likes for the YouTube algorithm. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. See you on the next video.